Real quick, I just want to say, man, you guys know I don't get serious a lot, but man, I've been posting videos for so long, since I got out of high school, basically. Even when I was in high school, you guys know I started trading when I was like about 15, 16 years old. Those days where I first started making 100 bucks, making 200 bucks, making 300 bucks a day, making 500 bucks a week, and think I was going crazy. Today I just had my best week of all time, over $50,000 in basically 4 days. So just know, maybe right now you're getting into trading, or you've been trading for a while, you're not seeing success, but you're seeing it in parts. You're seeing days where you do good, you're seeing days where you actually start to understand things a lot better. I'm telling you, man, if you just stay consistent, just stay down, there's no reason why you can't just keep doing this over and over again. The reason why I never gave up, and the reason why I always pushed forward, was because I knew there was those days where I'd make $1,000, 2,000 bucks, 500 bucks even, and I'd always say, okay, I can't just not do this anymore, because doing something like that, making that much money that quick with all the free time, everything in front of you, it's so hard to just give up. And I'm telling you, every single one of you guys had the same opportunity as me to keep doing this, man. As long as I can just instill this on you, I'm giving you guys everything I have. I appreciate you guys so much watching this stuff. Please subscribe. Everything I did this week to make $50,000, you might not be able to replicate the same thing right away, but you will have a lot better time trading. So ironically, the thing that made me the most money this week, I actually have never done before, and that was trade at night on live accounts. It's something I've done before just for fun back when I first started trading, just because I thought, you could trade at night, like trying to pass some funded accounts and stuff. But I think I found something that worked for me, and we're going to talk about it a little bit going forward. I'm going to show you some of my recaps of the trades I took at night. And I was just trading price action. It's very easy to manipulate price later in the day because there's less volume. So if you can really find some volume coming into a certain side and identify, hey, there's some big sellers or big buyers here, usually you'll see a continuation a lot easier than in the market when the market's open normally, because there's more buyers and more sellers. There's more potential opportunity for sweeps to both sides. Starbucks, I love you. But if this doesn't show you anything other than being able to play your game, there's so many YouTubers, there's so many mentors, I'm not going to say their names, but you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, that say you have to trade this way, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, or you're not going to make any money. Nobody knows what the fucking market's going to do next, okay? There's no better way to trade than anybody else. If anybody says that, they're lying to you. And maybe they're having success doing something, and good for them. But understand, I'm having success playing my own game. I don't have a strategy, that I've claimed to be mine, like the StephTradez strategy. I trade my way. I have my own jump shot. It works for me. If you can do your job in this scenario, it's make money. It doesn't matter what your form looks like, how you act, what time you do it. As long as you are doing it correctly, you guys don't do some stupid shit. But there's no right way to do this. So don't watch these videos, especially. And it sucks because these YouTubers, these people take advantage of people. This is the one thing in life where you really have full control over everything. And I think that's one of the worst things about trading, because people aren't ready to have that control. But don't let someone outside of your own personal life tell you how to trade or not, because they don't know you. They don't know your risk management. They don't know your mental. And that's the thing. Everything changed. Everybody has different goals and risk tolerance and discipline, and it's so hard for you to just take someone else's strategy because they've done all this work for it. They've done everything they've wanted to do with it, but you can't just go and do that because they've done it and they made money. Because I know exactly what works for me, and that's where I want you to be at, and that's why I'm showing you this video. Please make sure to subscribe and join my Discord if you want. Again, we trade live every single day. I have courses for you. I have everything that you need inside of the Discord to learn how to fully trade futures full time. There's even a free section, so please just feel free to enjoy, pop in there. You can even ask me any questions or anything. Let's get into the fun stuff. I'm up 30 on my funded futures the last 2 weeks. $30,000. You guys can tell I had a pretty good week. Everybody trying to make money, trade meme coins and shit, trying to come up, like all this crazy shit, man. I really do this shit. I do the real shit. I trade the right way. I am the fucking best. No one can fuck with me. Everybody else, all these fucking traders on TikTok flexing their money, making fucking Goon Coin and Diddy Coin and Chill Trump Coin, bro. While I'm out here actually grinding, bro, doing this shit. Because this is the real way to trade, bro. There's no way a single investor, TikTok, day trader, creator should be talking about meme coins, promoting meme coins. And then those are the same people that'll be like, step 1 to become a profitable trade, be disciplined and only trade 3 times a day and have your stop loss at a 1% of your account. And then they're pumping their own meme coins to make money off you guys. They're literally taking advantage of you, bro. Again, my partner in crime, who I trade with every day live in my Discord, made 100K in a day. But I'm found my 50, man. Honestly, we're just glad to be here. We love to see everybody else eat, but man, I wish that was me. Motherfucker, I'm trying to record, bro. Why are you calling me? This is really going to open your eyes because this is something I've never done before until very recently. We kind of talked about it in the backtesting seminar I posted about like a week ago. My funded futures accounts, I traded different than my Apex accounts this week. So my Apex accounts were the ones I traded live with in my Discord every morning. Actually trading, 9:30 market open, New York session. But my funded futures accounts, I was scalping in the night at like 7 o'clock. and I didn't lose. I never, yeah, I mean, you guys saw it was really good. Like, I am very surprised. But it was very similar ideas to the back to seminar we had. Basically, what I was doing was, I mean, even a trade like this, you guys can see this is at night at 18, whatever 18 o'clock is in military time. You guys see this is a trade I took. Um, it's really easy to trade the night because understand this. Volume obviously is super slow at night. So when you can kind of identify a really good either candle close or a lot of volume comes in, it's very easy to actually find the trend going forward because once those big, buyers or sellers come in, it's very easy to actually just play with them right about here. And I closed out at this low. I don't know why it's all the way over there, but I think it was almost 40 points for me. Pretty simple ideology here, just going over this. Remember, this is at night. And remember what I just said. Whenever I see some sort of big volume come in or I see a nice candle close, I really just like to play with it and look for a continuation because, again, let's think about this. There's not a lot of volume at night. A lot of people don't trade at night. It still moves okay. Like I caught this for about 30 points, I believe. But it's a lot easier to kind of control your trade. So in this scenario, I was trading with two minis where I usually trade one at New York session open market hours, normal market hours. I was trading two minis and I was just kind of scalping. You can really get a lot of value because of the fact that it's slow. It's very easy to stay in your trades. It's very easy to try and catch those bigger moves. Like this was a 16-point SL, I think. And yeah, it really wasn't. This is one of my bigger SL. Usually I'd have like 4 or 5-point SL. I'll go to those other trades. But just breaking this down here. So again, it's late at night. We're looking for a big move, okay? So we obviously have price coming down off a big downtrend. So I was leaning bearish at the time. You guys can see we make this initial top wick right here. Price comes down even more. We kind of buy up almost to that level, gets sold back off. Buyers come back up again. Look, we finally get in this top wick. I'll make a zone to make this a little bit easier for you to see. You guys see price completely sold off. And the main thing here is look at this candle close following. The candle close following the entry into this zone is a very strong sell-off with pretty much no wick to the downside. Price consolidates 2 more times, rejects off that CMA, drops again, another nice candle with, again, no bottom wick, and then again, no bottom wick. So right there, we made this low. This was our new low at the time. We just targeted this when we got into the trade. And then you can see we waited. We didn't really take anything right there. Price comes back up, kind of chopping whatever volume to the upside comes in. We finally come back up to this area. That's exactly where I was looking, and we didn't get there all the way. But you guys can see, I love to see this because it's all about being able to read price action, breaking down price action. You see, this is our initial breakout right here, back to the upside, okay? So this is we had our sell-off, made this nice floor, obviously showed buyers were in control here, consolidating, holding this low, and then here we go, boom, big break to the upside, nice close, and then watch. After this candle gets printed, look how price just continues it is going up, but just it's getting slower and slower and slower. And when you see price kind of do this, kind of comes up, and then you see it kind of curl like this, it's very common that you'll see this come back down. It just shows weakness, and that's exactly what we saw here. So we had this initial buy up. Price comes up, it's starting to curl slightly, and then look at this. Look at this candle close. This is what really got me in. So we had a red candle come in right here at the top, which is nice. You see, especially as we're getting closer to this supply zone. And then the next candle, look, buys up, gets sold off, closes as a doji. I didn't get in right there because I probably would have if we got all the way up here, but we didn't just yet. Following this next candle, look at this. This next candle comes in. Boom, nice sell-off, huge sell-off. No bottom wick at all. At the next, it closed up, got in right here. SL at the top of this wick right here. And we never even saw a drought on, basically targeted this low. Super easy trade. You see how the volume just came in. But see, that's how you really attack trading at night like this, because initially you would say this is kind of an uptrend at this time. We haven't really got, once we get back down to here, I would probably believe in shorts a lot more. But understand, you really just have to ride with the volume. That's it. So we had this buy up. Again, trend is still bearish, but you see, we notice, hey, buyers are getting weak as we get up to this area, which is good to see. And then we see this finally confirming that buyers are really weak. Again, we have pretty much a doji at the top of this high. And then boom, you see the sellers come in with a lot of volume, no bottom wick at all. Jump in right there. SL, you really could have run SL at the top of this wick, but I just did this just to be sure because it was only 16 points. And then we just targeted this low, easy 25 points. Again, also, by the way, I'm on the 2 minute right now. You guys can see trend is bearish right now. This is at, I think 9 o'clock. We took this trade on Wednesday. This is, I actually took this trade live, on recording one of my videos. You guys see, okay, initial trend is bearish. We understand that, you know, big downtrend coming in. Then look at this, okay? We finally find somewhat of a floor after creating a top wick like this and like this, rejecting off this zone twice, 3 times, 4 times, and then we got in on the 5th time, rejecting off this area. That's another thing I really notice about trading at night like this. There is a very common occurrence that you will see price do this. And that is just clearly showing you that there's one major buyer or seller in this scenario. There's someone controlling price right now, because it's very rare that that'll happen on such a small amount of time at such a specific price, okay? So the fact that we saw this 4 times in a row sell off right here shows you something kind of weird is going on. So once I noticed that, and you guys see we got out pretty well, but that's why, again, we trade off price levels. We don't, you know, just hold this forever. You guys see price just chopping up here, but you see we keep selling off this high over and over again. So what we did, we just draw ourselves a zone right here off this initial high we made. Notice that once we reject off of it, we waited for confirmation. So what that means is I don't just jump in right up here because price entered it. I wait for sellers to show themselves, and that's exactly what happened. Candle closed really bullish, but did reject off this high. Next candle prints out, boom, huge drop, no bottom wick at all. We jump in right there to get S at the top, TP right at the bottom of this wick, right here, the previous low day. And you guys see we hit that with pretty much no stress at all in like freaking 1 minute. Look at this trade I took. Look at this trade I took. This is at 1900, so whatever the fuck. I think it's what, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock? A 6.4 RR trade at night. Just zoom out a little bit. What do you notice, man? Look at all these top wicks. When I see a grouping of wicks like this, something I like to do personally, and this is very personal, not a lot of people do this. This wouldn't be considered the correct way to draw a zone, but this is how I do it. When I see this many zones all together, I will mark an area where I can see all of them in the zone at one time. So I will get, in this scenario, this would be the entry point, because we're trying to include every wick all the way up to this high, because now you can see this wick's included, this wick's included, this wick's included, all of them are included in this zone. But what you understand is when you get in wicks like this, you want to target the tops of wicks, because that is where, you know, the actual move happened. You know, price came all the way up to here and it stopped right up here for some reason, came back down. So in this scenario, we're targeting like the deepest part of the wick, which inherently should give us the deepest potential move back. And that's what we saw here. So price came, you know, we saw this, I wasn't looking at the chart at that time. You guys see price comes up, nice buying volume comes in. And I noticed at the time, you know, I looked back slightly on the 2 minute and I understood, okay, there's a bunch of top wicks here. We drew this zone, and understand we waited for an entry again because price was looking super bullish. So instead of it just coming up here and we just jump in shorts right there, just, you know, saying fuck it and hopefully it doesn't break, we waited for sellers to come in, had this first top wick reject, which is a really good sign. Second candle held. Third candle finally showed a nice close with pretty much no top or bottom wick. Jumped in right there, and then we just targeted this low for 38 points. A lot of people don't understand that, and they think that they have to be led by someone, or they think they have to do something a certain way. Just like I said earlier, man, it's so important you just play your game. No one knows what's going to happen next. No one knows what they're going to do. The only thing I seriously believe that you can do and look at a chart and actually see an impact off of is reading price action, because you can do so much with that. You need to be able to read every single candlestick, know what it's saying, look at every wick, know what it's going to, you know, leaning to do something. You know, just like up here, you know, in this scenario, you know, we see a bunch of top wick prices approaching a top wick. We should see a sell here. Just being able to read and identify price action is going to change your entire trading career. You don't need to trade ICT. You don't need to trade any certain way, a certain strategy. You know, this is all about personalizing it around you and making it something that you like to do. You have a passion to do. You have, you know, the desire to continue to do. You know, this is not about just finding the most profitable strategy, because it doesn't exist, man. There's no such thing as the right strategy. Everything can be done correctly. You can make as much money, you know, flipping a coin as, you know, someone who trades with 27 confluences if you really got lucky. Do what you think will give you the best opportunity psychologically to take trades and have confidence in them, because that's what it's all about. Being able to sit in a trade and be able to think, okay, I got this. I am very happy and very confident that this is supposed to do X or Y. The whole reason why I was able to do this was obviously scaling up prop firm accounts. I know I showed you guys my P&L and it looks 1,000, 2,000, but imagine you had 15 accounts, what that number goes up to. I didn't make 50,000 this week because I'm smarter than someone, or I did a certain strategy, or I did something correctly, or I got lucky. I just played my game. I took my shots at it that I think were going to play out, and they did, and it happened. And I I won. And there's going to be weeks when I have red weeks, big red weeks. I've had so many big red weeks. And, you know, that's why I'm not going to buy a fucking Conan right now, bro. I'm just, you know, just chilling, man. I'm about to go golf, you know, spend $50 on $60 on golf, and, you know, I'll treat myself. I was gambling on CSGO last night. I mean, that kind of counts.